Welcome to Relocating to Disney. Now, one of the most essential things that you need if you're going to live in Florida is air conditioning, especially this time of the year when the temperatures can be anywhere from 90 to 100, and you factor in the humidity, and it can be even more than that. Well, last night, our air conditioner died. I don't really understand what happened, but we were asleep. We could smell something that kind of smelled like burnt toast. We looked the entire house over, couldn't find anything that would cause it. And then the next day, the house was a lot warmer than it should have been. So that's points right to the air conditioner. So let me show you a few troubleshooting things that I did right away. First thing I did was I checked the condenser that's running outside, and you can hear the fan blowing. It's working just fine. Next thing I checked was the drain, and you can see the drain is running water really well. It's easy for that drain to get clogged if you don't maintain it. And I maintain it by putting vinegar in it every single month. And then every few months, I will wash it out by just sticking a garden hose down the inside, from inside here in the garage, to wash that drain out. Okay, now I'll show you the next thing I checked. We're inside the furnace room, and here is the air conditioner. You can hear it's running, so that means the blower fan is still functioning. So the first thing I did was I checked the drain from the inside. I know I checked it outside, but it's so easy just to check it from the inside. Just take this out, take a look. You shouldn't see any water building up in there. The next thing I did was I flipped the breaker, popped out these screws, took the cover off the top, took the cover off the bottom, and I was able to see the blower fan up here. Doesn't look like there's any problems with it. And then down here, I was looking to see if the coils were iced up, and they're not. So, sometimes if you overwork your air conditioner, you can freeze up the coils. That's not what happened here. Now, we have a single air conditioner with 3 zones, and that is done through this piece of electronics right here. Okay, so you can see right here we've got 3 zones. Each zone is connected to a dampener. I'll show that to you here in a moment. At the moment, all 3 zones are green, which means the dampeners are open, allowing air conditioning to go through. You can also see that the fan is on. That's the blower inside of the air conditioner. And you can also see that we're asking for cooling, not heat. We're asking for cooling. Now, this system will work if you connect 2 air conditioners to it, which isn't what we have. But if you do, then you've got a second cool right there. Everything inside of the furnace room looks okay. So the next place we're going to go is up into the attic of the garage, and we're going to take a look at those dampeners. So these are the 3 dampener motors, and each one of these go out to a separate part of the house. And the way it works is when there's current coming through, these will shut off and block any air from blowing through. And when the current shuts off, there's a spring inside that opens that up so the air can go through it. Now, usually, the way I remember these, when I've been up in the attic before, is when it's closed, this is red, and when it's open, that's green. They're not lit up now, and so, I don't know, maybe my memory's just playing tricks on me, but I thought it was green when they were open. Maybe not. Okay, this little red knob here on the side, what that tells you is when the dampener closes, does it close all the way or just part of the way? And sometimes you don't want it to close all the way because there might be, I don't know, you still might want some air circulation in the house or whatever. This is set to close all of the way. And because I'm having problems, and I'm not sure, where the problem is, I'm just gonna, there we go. So now I have it set so that it's only gonna close 50% of the way. Now on the front here, this tells you if it's open or closed. That little line right there will slide down to closed if it's closed, or it'll slide down to whatever setting that red tab is on the side when it's closed, when you don't want to have any air going through it. So you can see right now it's open. This is attached to the dampener with a set screw, and it's possible for that set screw to become loose, and then your dampener doesn't match up with what this guy says. But the chance of that happening is pretty rare, and the chance of that happening across all three of these at the same time is not going to happen. So I don't think that's the issue at all. It looks to me like these are open, right? Allowing the air to push through to the rest of the house. So I don't think this is a dampener issue. So if you think you have a refrigerant leak, your air conditioning guy is going to come out. He's going to put a hose on your line, and he's going to measure the pressure. But there's kind of a home way you can figure this out too. And I'm not going to completely disassemble this because I just got it back together. But this is the plate, and behind that is the coils. You just take that off. And then if you feel how cold the coils are toward the top compared to down toward the bottom, the coils should have an even temperature. And if you find that toward the top, the coils aren't as cold as they are down farther in here, that could be a sign that you have a refrigerant leak. Okay, we had an air conditioning professional come out and take a look at the air conditioner, and he came up with a couple of different recommendations. First one is that the blower is not getting up to full speed, and it keeps resetting and having to start over again. Well, blower sounds like it's full speed to me. I haven't put a meter on it to check or anything like that, and I'd be surprised if this guy did either. But that was his first recommendation. Second, he says that we're leaking refrigerant, and it needs to be recharged to get it back up. We've been warned about that, but previously by other air conditioning people, that it's just a matter of time before we start having a leak. So, okay, that's within the realm of possibilities. And the third recommendation, anybody want to guess what the third recommendation was? I'll give you a moment. Any idea? Well, if you've worked with air conditioning people before, you know what the third recommendation is. Third recommendation is, this unit is so old, you should think about just replacing it. Let me have my sales guy give you a call. Okay, that's the three choices right there. So we have another air conditioning professional coming out in another day. He's going to take a look at it and give us his opinion. In the meanwhile, it is 85, 90 degrees inside the house. So, you know, in Florida, if your air conditioner isn't running, you have to worry about humidity. But the air conditioner is running, we're not getting enough air coming through it. But enough air is getting through it to keep the humidity down. We're running at about 36% humidity, which is pretty good. Now, the next issue to talk about. If you've watched some previous videos, you know I've talked about home warranties. For the first year on this house, we purchased a home warranty. When that expired several months ago, our homeowner's insurance agent at State Farm said that we have already a rider paying for it. So my recommendation was, before you run out and buy a home warranty system, check with your home insurance and see if you've got the rider on it, because that could be a cheaper way of doing it. Well, here's the problem. When we had the home warranty system and we had an issue, we made a call and they came out and they fixed it. $75, piece of cake. Now that it's through State Farm uses a company called HSB. They've got to send out an adjuster. They've got to send out somebody else. They can't get out here until next week to look at it. And then it's going to be a couple of weeks after that before they can fix it. And who knows whether or not they're even going to pay for it. And oh, by the way, there's a $4,000 deductible, and on and on and on and on. Whole bunch of horse shit. So if you want a home warranty, and you got the choice of going through State Farm or some other place, and they're going to recommend an HSB home warranty for you, don't do it. Stick with the other ones that I've recommended. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for watching.